Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Meaty Today we're talking about TFT patch 12.16, the last patch before the mid-set update. All the new changes coming out. I wanted to post a quick video. The Mort's video was almost a half an hour long, and hopefully mine isn't anywhere close to that. Kind of surprising to me because it is such a small update. There's not a ton coming out. So first off, patch is going to be released Wednesday, August 24th, so 2 days from now. All right, so just using Mort's slide, the official patch notes are not out yet. Here are the trait changes, the large ones. Basically, they wanted bruisers to be a little bit stronger. If for some reason you wanted to go 6 or 8 bruisers. They nerfed Cavalier again because it's still the crazy strongest. Tempest is getting buffed a little bit in the upper range there, the third and fourth tiers, but again, that was one of those. I think they're still trying to get Tempest into the right spot. And then probably the saddest update that they're going to be pushing is Trainer is being nerfed. Namzi himself is going to be getting less damage almost across the board, less fireball damage. He was a little bit too strong, so immediately after getting buffed and actually being viable, he is getting his first nerf. So we're going to see that. Still probably viable to play, just not quite as strong as it was. If you want to check out a really strong Namzi, one of my last videos, I'll put down in the description, was a fun Namzi video. Large champion changes. They said that they wanted to make Ezreal much more of an AP carry. So they're lowering his AD, giving him some more attack speed so that he spams his ability a little bit more often. Kayn, they're giving him another buff because he is, again, not being used at all. And everybody was pretty excited about Braum gaining 20 AD. Talking about an assassin Braum, but really the big reason that they wanted him to get that extra AD is that actually puts him right in line with Taric and Leona having the same amount, 70 AD. So it's a good change to go into the mid set. It'll just kind of even everything out, so it's a little bit easier to get to. They're buffing Diana again, which really makes me think that hopefully Assassin comp is going to be viable at this point. They said that they probably wasn't going to be, but we'll see. I'll give it a try. I always like the Assassin comps in the other sets, so we'll see if we can make Assassins work. Lee Sin is getting a little buff. Takes a little bit less mana. Hopefully, if they were saying if you want to run a comp, Dragonmancer comp around him, hopefully he's a little bit more viable now. They talked a little bit about how Ryze is just super hard to balance with the way that he works, the way that his ability scales. So they're giving him just a little bit more attack speed to hopefully make that work a little bit smoother. And then they're buffing Xayah a little bit more. They said that it's hard to get into a Xayah, especially if you get one early. You're spending that gold, and if you're putting Xayah in an early round, she didn't feel great at tier 1, so they're giving her a little buff. And then we've got some nerfs coming to a couple of the dragons. They were just definitely overpowered, definitely a lot stronger than they wanted them to be. Super highly contested and always coming out on top of the games, so we're seeing a lot less armor, MR, and other nerfs for these 3 dragons, so I'm excited about that. I always tend to play the comps without the dragons, so I'm okay with this change. Pike getting a little bit of a buff in his first and second tiers. So again, excited to see if I can finally make an assassin comp do anything besides bottom 8. And then Yasuo getting his much needed nerf as well, giving him a little bit less HP and a little bit less spell damage. So hopefully that makes him a little bit less contested. And then we've got some nerfs coming for Static Shiv and the Xerath Portal. definitely probably good. These are definitely overused items, so I'm excited about that. Get some other items in there to be able to make them work. And then we got some, they call these the large augment changes. Honestly, they don't look that large to me. They talked about it a million times in their video about how these are going to be some small changes, just bumps in the right direction to hopefully make these everything look good going into the mid set. I'm not going to read through all of these. Here they are. You can take a look, pause the video if you need to. Nothing crazy, honestly, that stands out to me here. Just some minor changes. Shouldn't be too much of a difference for most of them. Traits, I'm not even sure why this was considered small and not just a bug fix, but they're changing the way that guild trait is being displayed. And then they are nerfing Scale Scorn, a little bit less magic damage, which, again, I don't know how many people play Scale Scorn. It's not a super popular one trait, I feel, so shouldn't be a huge deal, I feel. And small champion changes, little nerf to Yone, that tier 2, a huge change. They said it was about as small a nerf as they could make it, just that 10 damage at level 2 and 10 damage at level 3. And then we're going to see a small buff to Elise, which is a little bit scary to me because I feel like I still get dominated by Elise already. So she's getting a buff. That should be fun. And then we're seeing just a tiny buff to that Sona 2. I think that'll feel really good. She's one of those that kind of fits into those different comps and I think helps buff that Corki comp just a little bit. So that's a good change. We're seeing, again, a little nerf to Aoshin after he was majorly buffed in the last patch. So hopefully this should put him in a little bit more in line. Again, the nice thing is not the tier 1, just the tier 2. So again, just kind of putting him in line a little bit, hopefully nudge him into the right place. And then, as much as Mort talked about the changes to Shyvana being a buff in the last patch, he definitely backtracked on that. It was a hard nerf, so they are giving her 15 mana to start with so that she doesn't need 4 full auto attacks before she casts, which again makes me... I didn't think that Shyvana needed any more of a nerf already. I was completely fine where she was at. She's super annoying to play against. And then we've got the small augment changes. Again, same here. I'm not going to read these to you. These are smaller than the other ones. Just nudges in the correct into the correct direction to go into the mid set to kind of fit around with everything else that was being added and taken away. Come to the mid set, so pause it here if you'd like to read these augment changes. And then about the same with the tooltips and bug fixes. So again, nothing here that is super crazy for the most part, just super small bug fixes and tooltip fixes and stuff to just make the overall experience better. So great patch. Honestly, nothing much changing. I said I think one of the big things that I'm going to be trying is I'm going to see if I can make the assassins work. I think we're getting enough buffs on them, hopefully, that it can be at least a little viable, especially if nobody else is playing assassins. Hopefully we can high roll a couple of them and make it work. So again, look forward to more videos like that. If I can get this assassin comp to work, I will definitely be posting a video of that. Make sure you subscribe. Can't wait to talk about the mid set. Gonna be a lot of fun. My name is Meaty Mitts. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.